Hey, beautiful people. I'm Bo.
I'm JP.
And this is So Like You Know, the podcast your mother warned you about. This is the show for November 8th, 2018. We're coming up on the end of the year. It's moving quick. But, as you know, we do a live show every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Spreaker at SLYK Burp Radio. So if you guys enjoy us, make sure you tune in. Come in, chat with us, let us know you're here because we like to converse with you. It makes us happy. Happy. So, yeah.
I don't even think it's recording.
Yep. Alright, never mind. We're not on Spreaker right now. Close it down. Anyways. So, yes. But we're all kinds of cool stuff. We're all kinds of cool places. Please check us out. We love you. Show the like, the loves, and subscribes. Thoroughly appreciate it. But, moving forward, as you know, we always start out our show with the intro to the craft brew.
In review.
JP, what are we drinking?
Tonight we are drinking a porter from Cowboy Brewing in Ridgeway, Colorado.
Ridgeway! It says Montrose.
Is it Montrose? I saw Ridgeway a lot.
Yeah, maybe Ridgeway is like Montrose is the main town. Kind of like everyone just says Denver, but there's like everything else. Mm-hmm. That's my guess. God damn, they filled this up full. Alright, let's... Ooh, that is a thick porter. That's what she said. Or he.
I'm excited.
Damn.
And this porter is sitting at a 6.7 ABV.
Is this a nitro?
No.
It's pouring like a nitro.
Maybe.
Cool. That's pretty awesome. I mean, to get that kind of head off of a regular beer is impressive. This stuff seems viscous.
It's like butter.
Like butter.
What's going on, Daniel?
Cool. Alright, anyways. Just gonna stick this cowboy can right up in here so y'all can check it out.
Happy belated birthday, Daniel.
Ah, yes. Happy birthday, sir.
Hope you have fun drinking and dancing the night away this weekend.
Do fun stuff. Do fun stuff for everyone. But yes, so we will be drinking this beer. We will tell you about what we think about it at the end of the show because that's what we always do for the Craft Brew Review.
There's no description on this. It's a porter.
Yeah, like at all. But that's how it goes. So, as you know, I'm going to stop saying that one. Moving forward into Slick Feed,
where we geek on your week.
So if you guys have not seen, as of recent, Overwatch did drop their new character, Ashe, who is an awesome cowboy chick with a badass repeater rifle. She's currently on PTR. Did you get to play her?
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
For a little bit.
So I thoroughly enjoy her. Yeah,
she's the McCree killer.
Oh, yeah.
In my eyes. I was just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
And, like, her coach gun.
Yes.
Like, you're just flying across the map. And it was like, I didn't think I could get up here.
Dude, it's badass. I mean, the reason I found out it was a mobility thing was because I was trying to go down. I was jumping off a ledge trying to kill someone, and I shot, and I went back up, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Hi, Sarah. My Thursday night while I'm getting ready to go out to Friday. Good times. Can't wait till she comes out on PS4. I hope to get good with her. I did not play with her much. I maybe like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Because I have so much other stuff to play. But regardless, she was really easy to pick up. I was diving in. I had gold kills and gold eliminations on, I'd say, at least 70% of my games with her. And for me, just diving into a new character, that's pretty damn awesome. So she's got a few different weapons, like most of the characters. Mm-hmm. She's got her repeater rifle, which is a good
12-shot rifle.
Yeah, a badass 12-shot rifle that is really great at a mid-range. So, McCree's kind of that close. Farrah's, or not Farrah, Widowmaker's definitely great for that far. She picks up that slack right in the middle, which makes her a bit of a challenge against a Farrah that's at the peak of her flying.
I don't really know if she's getting pocketed. She can like one shot if she like headshot someone. It'll hit for like 180-ish damage.
It does well.
So it'll melt any squishies.
No, definitely. And the nice thing is she moves fast enough that you can actually pick on Tracer, which was very nice. And her hitbox, her aim hitbox seems to be pretty large at this point. I don't know if that's going to maintain. We'll see.
How'd you feel about the hipfire?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I was using hipfire for most of my kills. I really wasn't using the sniping option as much, which is cool, because she has the sniping mode, which brings up a yellow reticle, and you can really focus. She takes like a slow breath. But yeah, no, that hipfire, the quick fire really quick is badass, and you don't have to wait for the full reload. So it loads like a standard repeater, so you're just pressing stuff into the side. But if someone's up on your ass and you just need 2 or 3 bullets, load 2 and start attacking, which is awesome.
But then her ultimate, like Bob, which is
Bob, do something
ridiculous.
He's awesome. It's
crazy too because it's almost another like half player.
It is
that can get boosted and healed.
Mm-hmm. So, I like that he doesn't last very long. I mean, it sucks as an ultimate, but
he probably lasts as long as like getting boosted. So like if you call him out and boost him, and then
he'll do some heavy damage. So he's not like just hanging out for a really long time. It is a quick ultimate, so it's not just like an extra character you call in, and then you're just getting your team wasted for like a long ass time. So. Super awesome. I'm really enjoying her. So, like I said, you got the repeater rifle, you got the coach gun like JP was talking about, you got her ultimate with Bob, and then you have her fire bombs, which are great. So, if you are picking on an enemy team and they're too quick, you're not getting headshots, but their health is low, you can throw your firebomb in, do some AoE damage, and then do some continuous damage because you are on fire.
Some dot damage. Damage over time.
Yeah, it's pretty damn awesome. Exactly, Daniel. So, and if you guys saw on the Facebook page, like Daniel brought up, the McCree and Ashe did a short backstory, which is always cool. I mean, it's to be expected with all their new characters.
It was released during BlizzCon.
Yep, and it was really good. I suggest you guys check it out. We posted it on our page, so SOYK Radio if you want to go look at it. But yeah, thoroughly enjoying her. So. And she's sexy, which is always a good thing, too. I have a thing for white hair.
Southern draw to her?
It's not the southern. I could totally do without the southern. Southern has, like, no draw for me. I'm like, ew, you're dirty. I don't know why, but I hear that voice and you're dirty.
Is that what you think about McCree? It's like, you're dirty.
Kind of, yeah. You're a dirty person. So... but yeah, no, she's a total badass. I'm excited to play her because I mean, I roll Reaper in May usually, which means I am generally close, and McCree requires a little too much accuracy for me, which is stupid because somehow I'm good with May and her ice shot. Dumb. But yeah, no, it's just. And so I'm enjoying her because it'll be a good mid-range. Daniel says there's also a 2 to 3 minute backstory of Ashe in the Overwatch page. Yep. So, and she's part of a gang that her...
Deadlock gang.
Yeah, Deadlock crew. But either way, yeah, so her and McCree have a long history, which is awesome. So, yes, but super awesomeness. Staying on the game topic, Nintendo has dropped some more information on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So they've released a new game mode called Spirit Mode, which they've alluded to before, but we ended up getting some more details on it, which is super awesome. So what ends up happening? Well, first of all, they gave us a cutscene at the I suddenly forgot the Nintendo video conference. And
Direct.
yes, Nintendo Direct. Thank you. I've been at a Nintendo loop kind of for a bit. The Wii just killed it.
The Switch?
No, the Wii.
Oh.
The Wii killed it for me. I'm
Okay.
getting drawn back in because of my Switch. But yeah, so we got a little more information on it. So we're looking at the ability. So there was a short that was released that showed a whole bunch of golden light just coming out of the sky and these weird, creepy hands that I don't know if they're related to anything. Just coming in and smashing the shit and like laser beams destroying all of our favorite characters. And Sonic trying to save Pikachu and they end just getting burnt in a fiery flame of death. And it's sad. But it looks like it's going to be epic. And so now that you're all the spirit characters, Kirby's I think the only one that get away. So I'm assuming you're going to start with Kirby. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be an adventure mode where you're going through and you're trying to get like the spirits of your fallen comrades and different levels of gear and stuff. You can actually use it to level up your in-game character, which is badass.
The Path of Light.
The Path of Light. Thank you. So, yes, Daniel knows this stuff. He's been on top of Nintendo far more than I have. So, but basically what it comes down to, it looks like it's going to be super fun. And I'm super excited to play it as well. Does Redbox have Nintendo games?
No. I think those cartridges get lost too easily.
I was about to say, that seems like a dangerous thing to do. So, essentially, you're just going to have to... I would like to think they're going to drop a demo of it with the release of the game, because a lot of the bigger games have demos now.
For Nintendo?
Yeah. No, I just downloaded like 5 of them. So, that's that, which is just pretty cool. Daniel, I am in between Super Smash Brothers and Pikachu Go. Or Eevee Go, so because I still
Pokemon Let's Go.
No. It's Pikachu Go.
Oh, okay.
Or Eevee Go.
Choose your starting Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to play that one. So I'm in between the two right now. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Hopefully Mike buys one of them so that I can just try the other. This is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but if you guys are excited for that, like we are, well, at least I am. I mean, if whatever I pick up, I'm gonna make JP play.
I have a passing fancy.
A passing fancy
of all Nintendo stuff. I know it exists.
Tell them what you told me earlier. Tell them what you told me earlier.
That Link fights Bowser.
That's not what you told me. You never played Zelda.
I've never played Zelda, guys.
Isn't that wild?
I got Sega. It was like our parents weren't. I'm not from a rich family, so I didn't have 2 systems. So it was just like, here's Sega. I was like,
I got one at a time. It's just it. I first played Zelda at a friend's house. I didn't have like the SNES, and on Nintendo it was never the Zelda games or anything. So I didn't get to actually. I didn't play Zelda until Ocarina of Time. And then I went back and started playing them all because I ended up buying a Game Boy Color. So, but yeah, most of my experiences really after that, because all I had was Ocarina of Time, was playing it on other friends' stuff or borrowing their cartridges.
Right.
So, because like your parents, my parents didn't buy me a crap ton of games. Right now, this is the most games I've probably ever owned for any console in my life.
Well, to be honest, like all your Assassin's Creeds weren't bought by you. They were bought
exactly. They were gotten for me as gifts. So, yep. Daniel says, "Oh man, Zelda's fun. I started from the beginning. It's really just one of those enjoyable games."
Yeah, I wish I could start from the beginning, but I don't know. I'm a now generation boy, so it's like, I won't have the nostalgia of enjoying it for the first time, so I'll be like, "Oh, the graphics. What's happening here?"
That's kind of terrible.
What do you mean it's dangerous to go alone? I don't understand.
I think for someone starting with Zelda, Breath of the Wild is fun.
Yeah, it's a good start.
But if you really have a choice, I would do Ocarina of Time. Because it ended up being one of those things where if you were playing, like a current Assassin's Creed, and you try to go back to, like, the first one.
Yeah.
And you just want to throw the goddamn controller. Daniel says his favorite is A Link to the Past. I loved it so much he played the randomized version a lot too. I never got to play that one because I never had the newer Nintendo. I have the cartridge.
So on my feed,
Like, it's in here.
Elias said, he bought his 6-year-old a Switch. Is that bad? Is it warranted?
Warranty it, and so my friends Kristen and Mike bought me a rubberized cover for mine. Get that at the bare minimum. And then they have really nice screen covers for them, like the glass ones. So I would check that out. Sarah says back in her day they just played with rocks. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's a long time ago. Daniel says A Link to the Past first. Yeah, like I said, I never actually got to play it. I have the cartridge for it. I just never had the system to play it on. And I don't know where the cartridge even came from.
Back in my day, we all had to use our imagination.
And the randomized A Link to the Past is played on an emulator. Oh, okay. Interesting. So
Elias says, Ocarina of Time, let's kill spiders for hours.
yes, murder all the spiders, take all their money, and smash all the pots. Oh, I love smashing pots. I still do. It's great.
It's like, you leave the store.
This is great. This guy, like, he came into my store, he just destroyed all my pots, stole my money, and ran away.
Also, like, he can be used to cut grass.
You still can. But now you can cut down trees, too. It randomizes all the items around the map. That's wild. Huh. That sounds frustrating. I don't know. In my mind, I'm imagining, like, original WoW where you didn't have, like, a mini-map to help you at all. And I know a lot of people enjoy that, but I think it's terrible. I hate not having a mini-map. It's like...
They added it.
They did.
Patches later.
Yeah, Burning Crusade. A little bit before Burning Crusade is when they added the mini-map. And before that, everyone was just like,
they knew
fuck it, we'll try to find it. Who's got the map? I need to download the map so I can figure out where the fuck I am.
You learned by doing.
Yeah, I ended up with 5 level 85 characters. Maxed out. Back when you couldn't buy your way to awesomeness.
Nerd.
You fucking bitches. And I generally know where the cities are, but there's so much small random crap. Like, holy crap, it's ridiculous. But it's cool. In Zelda, they have, like, little snippets. Like, you have to go to the wind meets the cracked mountain, and you have to dive down and use your magnetosis to eat vermin, or nothing like that. But generally, it's like word problems, and you have to kind of figure it out, which is cool. Sarah says, okay, but I never had video games. I played Hugo's House of Horrors, and it was great. Dave says, well, the map is still the same. It's the items you get from the chest. Like, in the first chest, you can get items way later in the game. Okay, I get you. So, like, powering up sooner. Fair enough. Yeah, but, so, cool stuff. What else do we got? Ah, yes. This one's cool. So, scientists have figured out how to harness the power of photosynthesis to obtain electricity from mushrooms. Yeah, that sounds like some Star Trek shit.
Not only are they the safest drug to use, but they can harness the power to produce electricity.
Yeah, so scientists have 3D printed electric pathways across the surface of the mushroom, kind of like over the dome, and using something called bioink. And they're actually...
The cap.
Yes, the cap. Mushroom caps. They're able to transfer the electricity to a storage device using the...
Is it the 2063 battery?
little thingy right here.
We fully charged it, guys.
How long did it take? We just kind of touched it to it. I think someone walked across the floor scrubbing their feet. But yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing. And the cool thing is this is just another footpath stepping stone to, you know, renewable fuels, biofuels, which is just epic. I mean, if they can get this to a point where it really is a viable thing, if they were to put, say, you know, they sent a greenhouse to Mars, and then they just let it charge batteries constantly, and by the time the humans got there, they had like a fully charged battery cell. I mean, that would be super awesome. Not to mention, mushrooms take no real, like, anything. It's just a lot of water. Like, it takes the right environment, but I mean, scientists just send the right environment, and it does its thing, which is just super cool. Not to mention, they could send like a rocket ship that's just like a spear. It just hits the ground, folds out, there's your greenhouse. Super cool. That's what I think they should do. That sounds like something out of some old science fiction comic book, but still. Yeah.
More science.
I'm excited.
Even more.
Yay! This one's like super cool. So scientists have recently found out through studies, many studies, that the ozone is starting to heal. Finally. So if you guys don't really know what the Montreal Protocol is, it is an agreement of a whole bunch of nations back in the 70s where they decided to use cut back on use less of chlorofluorocarbons as well as other ozone depleting stuff. So kind of like how they started changing out the antifreezes in fridges and stuff like that. So this happened about 30 years ago, and it has drastically reduced the amount, not to mention all the other countries working together to try to be green, you know, using less coal, right. Trying to use more renewable resources like fans, geothermal, solar, soon to be mushrooms apparently. And they have done their part to the point where they think that the holes in the ozone layer, the one in the northern and middle hemisphere, are going to be healed totally by the 2030s, as long as we stay on our current path, and the southern hemisphere by the 2050s to 2060s.
That's pretty amazing.
It really is amazing, and it just proves the fact that we aren't so far gone that we're just dead and we shouldn't try to take care of what we have left.
Just accelerate it.
Yes.
Just go for broke.
So we need to do everything we can and possible, you know, like there's small stuff you can do. I understand not everyone can afford like a battery powered car. They're stupid expensive right now, but carpooling when you can. Yep. You know, not driving anywhere, walking to 7-Eleven that's like 5 minutes away. Yeah. Minor things and major things like this, all that's going to add together to help heal our planet, which is really getting a kick in the pants.
You can fart less.
You could fart less. Which, if you're eating, don't go vegetarian. You fart more.
Yeah, but there's less methane in your.
You're right.
Your farts.
So if you go vegetarian, you fart more. But if you eat meat, cows fart more. I don't know. This is a challenge on this one. People are just tripping their fucking minds off.
That's talking about the mushrooms.
I realize that. So yeah, this is super amazing. It just comes down to the proof that a bunch of people working together can actually make a massive difference.
Yeah, with billions of people in the world.
Yes.
I mean, kind of have to.
But the hard thing is getting those billions of people to work together. So, because some people believe in fucking toadstool assholes like President Trump. Prick.
I think it's the first time you ever said his name.
Yeah, I know. I really want to emphasize the shittiness of that asshole who I wish would die. Not assassinated, just die. Like, Light just writes the name in the death note and he dies. It'd be amazing. What was I saying? I don't know. Yeah. Don't assassinate. I'm not saying that. But, yeah, so don't go telling Trump about that, though, because he's probably going to say he did it. Yeah. He made a huge difference. So, because he's an idiot.
Long before him.
Yeah, long before him. Not to mention he's trying to got out of the Paris Climate Accord. Idiot. Anyways, so and then currently there is another protocol order on the books that in the UK and Europe that they are discussing removing of all of the like the antifreezes and the stuff that is currently still being manufactured that is ozone depleting. Just taking that additional step to start removing that from refrigerators, air conditioners, cars, because they're still very minor, and they are putting a lot of information and stuff into fixing that. But just push for better, push for more cleaner, safer. Just work together. It's not that hard. Danny says also technology gets better and cheaper, so electric cars will eventually get cheaper, which is true. I know they will. The big thing is going to what?
I just imagined an electric car with a whole bunch of mushrooms on top of it. Mushrooms and like solar panels.
Which
they had like solar panels on the mushrooms.
Oh, I know. So yeah, well, you have to have mushrooms on the solar panels. Wherever there's not a mushroom, there's a solar panel. Which kind of makes me wonder why there isn't solar panels on all electric cars. Why isn't that a thing? Why isn't the whole goddamn roof a solar panel?
Because the efficiency of solar panels is still only like 30%.
Yeah, but still, sitting in the sun all day and you're not really going anywhere, that gives you an extra 25%. That's a good jump of juice.
Yeah.
So, makes your car into a semi-renewable source. So, anyways. Yeah. So, awesome stuff. I'm excited for that. I don't know what I was going to say. I think I was going to say other stuff. Whatever. Yeah. Cool things. Where are we at? We're done with Slick Feed. Let me tell you about our awesome other co-host who's on whenever she has the chance to. That's Shell with Shell Shot Cosplay. She does awesome cosplays, and she is also part of a equestrian jousting sword fighting group of epicness, and you guys should check them out. You can follow her at Shell Shot Cosplay, or you can follow her equestrian group at Knights of the Tempest or Knights Tempest, and you can go to the website knightsoftetempest.com. So check it out. They do shows and they do teaching events. So yeah, it's usually in the summertime they do that stuff. But yeah, step up, check it out. Cool things. In reference to the like technology stuff, Daniel says, I just hope that batteries start getting better, that long distance travel is easier. Honestly, that is the big limitation for almost all tech right now, is battery consumption, energy consumption, because we don't have something that, recharges itself, pulls from renewable resources, and there's only so much. Once we can get to the point where capacitors and microcapacitors can store energy much faster, much quicker, that's going to be the big thing, because like solar panels, once they draw on the energy, it takes so long to actually charge a battery. But if they're charging capacitors, which is an instant thing, think of a flash and a camera. And when you're charging like the old films and you push it down, you hear
the wind up.
That's it charging up. But if it's instant, that's really going to be the big thing, is when they get to the point where the capacitors have just a massive, massive amount of immediate pull of energy. And that could actually become our batteries. It's like, oh, how did you charge your car? Well, I flipped the switch on my car, the solar panels went like this, and then everything was charged.
Well, there's a way that they're like putting back some of the energy spent from a car when they apply the brakes that actually charges up, like little generators on there.
There's ways to do it. I mean, there's things that either I would assume they're planning on doing, want to do, because I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever played with electronics. For example, a PC fan. If you take a PC fan and you solder an LED connection to it, and you spin the fan with your finger, it will light the LED. So that's It's just that's how a generator works. It's very simple. It's the opposite of of electricity. You pump it into a motor and it spins the shaft. You spin the shaft, it puts energy back out. That's how hydroelectric generators work. So if they end up doing that and like that kind of draw system, then that's just another huge benefit. But everything adds weight to a car, which is the other problem.
Yep.
As you know, with the robots we build, most of the weight in our freaking robots is because of the heavy-ass goddamn motors. Well, not a lot of it, but I'd say at least 40% of it. Those things are heavy as shit. So, but yeah, so I mean, once they get to that point, we're going to get a lot. Capacitors, smaller motors, more efficient batteries. So yeah, I mean, but we are on the precipice. I mean, considering they're doing the nano microstructures to charge batteries, Lattice works with like graphene and making computers faster that use less energy. There's a lot of stuff that's pushing forward, and we are really sitting on a precipice of, energy consumption, I believe.
Yeah. And our organic chemistry has been taken off, like, recently.
It really has. I mean, the fact that they're diving into the mushroom thing that we're talking about is really huge. So, yeah. That was probably the longest string of intelligent stuff I've ever said on this show.
E equals MC squared.
Anyways, guys, so moving forward, we are on to SlickTube.
Tube Slickers.
Yes. Oh, really quick, we should plug some stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Please follow us on there. We thoroughly appreciate that. At SLYK Radio. We love to hear from you guys. We love to be involved with you. We love discussing with you. And we love it when you like our memes.
Yay.
Or weird Japanese Spider-Man videos.
So odd.
So make sure you follow us on there. We post stuff all throughout the week. We have 5 different moderators that just post random shit throughout the week. So yeah, we'll always have something there. And then when there's nothing there, you can go back and follow our feed and watch our videos. Yeah. So, SlickTube. This one's weird, and I'm not happy about it, but I'm happy about it. So, Despicable Me creator, Chris Melandrandi, is currently planning a reboot of the Shrek franchise.
The Frex who fucked me.
The Shrek franchise. Which is some stupid bullshit. And then I went into and I read it, and they're like, but he wants to keep the original voice cast. So I'm like, is it a reboot? Or is it just a continuation? Because you can't reboot it and just start, just make a new story. Oh, like, Fiona never existed, fuck this, or whatever.
I don't know. It's weird that you would reboot something with the original characters. I'm like, why?
Yep.
It's like, it's a weird story. Is it going to be like a time wizard type thing? Time Lord type thing?
That's a solid point. Like, maybe the witch didn't totally die and somehow reversed everything.
Spoilers.
And we got a new story? That's not a bad, guess of, what's to come.
No, they can just leave it. It's not... I mean, I know it's been a long time since Shrek came out, but you don't need to...
Well, the last movie was 2012, I think.
Was it?
Not including, Puss in Boots and stuff.
Oh, main storyline?
Yeah,
okay.
Main storyline. Not Puss in Boots and the haunted stories and stuff that came out like that. So, I don't know. So he wants to keep the original voice cast, and he did state that one of the goals of the project is to give more life to the Puss in Boots story. Which means
Antonio Banderas reprising his role.
Yeah, and that was what the article had discussed, was saying that he wants to keep Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Antonio Banderas. I don't know. It could be interesting if they do it right, but I don't think reboot is the phrase they should be using. Reboot immediately makes me think of... fuck everything we did. Yeah, we don't care about your emotions, your feelings, or nothing. We're going to do our own goddamn thing.
Retconning it.
Yeah. So, they really need to do,
New 52ing it.
Yes. That worked, though.
For some stuff. But for others,
yeah.
It's Flashpoint. It's we're keeping all the popular stuff and getting rid of all the bad stuff again.
Yep. So yeah. Anyways. I really hope it doesn't suck.
It will.
I almost hope it doesn't make it off the ground.
I don't have high hopes for it.
Nor do I. But this next one should be a little more exciting. Disney's Bob Iger recently confirmed that there is going to be a new Loki series going to be streaming soon on what has now been called Disney Plus. Yes, or Disney Cross. I assume it's Disney Plus.
Disney streaming.
Yeah, but Disney Plus is the official name now.
Huh.
Yeah. And when that becomes available, we're going to be having that, and maybe someone can confirm this. I read one article, and then I read like two others, where it makes it sound like Tom Hiddleston might actually be reprising his role. So it's not going to be someone else trying to play it, or like an animated thing, maybe. I'm not sure. But I am very interested with this one. Daniel says they also announced a Rogue One series with Cassian, which is awesome. So, I mean, we're just looking at a small preface of what is to come with Disney.
Disney
Plus.
is like front loading that thing, so it's like they'll have stuff that people would want to watch, and people will buy the year subscription or monthly subscription.
Daniel says he heard that he was going to be Loki, which would be super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Which really begs to differ is where it's going to sit in the MCU timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So are we going to... I would like to think we're not going to get... We're going to find out in a movie whether or not he made it out alive.
Mm-hmm.
But this will tell us a lot. I assume it's going to be the pre-story to everything. Kind of what he did in the meantime. Otherwise, we're going to find out, yeah, he may have gotten choked out by Thanos, but it didn't really matter. Or it wasn't actually Loki. So, we'll see. Like Daniel says, they also want to do a Scarlet Witch and Falcon Bucky series, too. So
2 separate series right there.
Yeah. And Disney can do whatever the hell they want. And I am probably going to pay for it and watch whatever the hell they want me to.
Yeah.
Because this is awesome. I've been waiting for a good Disney streaming service, to be honest. Because me and Hannah watch a lot of Disney movies. Like, a lot. And so, it's just one of those things. And they make her super happy. I mean, whatever it is. So, it'll just be cool if we have this service. And you can sit down and you're like...
Do you just skip the first 15 minutes of it, then?
Oh.
First 15 minutes of any Disney movie? This movie's great.
Yeah. So it ends up in this scenario, where you're just like, so much to watch. There's so much, and like you said, they're front loading the hell out of this, so we're gonna have so much to do.
Yeah. And there'll be like a whole bunch of old Disney TV shows that are.
I want to watch Smart House in a version that doesn't look like shit, and Johnny Tsunami, and all the cool stuff, man. Huh. Daniel says, honestly, he's not feeling The Mandalorian, but I'm getting the Princess Disney Plus because we also watch a lot of Disney. I'm totally into The Mandalorian because the Mandalorians need more storyline because they got some stuff and they got some comics. They had more in the books, but that's all legend now, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I guess if Jedis were to face against a military force, I guess the Mandalorians would be it. Because
the Mandalorians are wearing lightsaber-proof armor. I mean, they're designed to fight Jedi. We need more interaction between the two that are really at a cornerstone, and we don't have enough story on it. I mean, there's Legends story, there's comic book story, there's basis around it, but we don't have a lot anymore because it all got... Dan says he's really not feeling the Mandalorians in general, which is fine. I mean, which is cool. They're releasing a bunch of content for everyone. And some people, Star Wars is the Mandalorians. It's not the Sith. It's not Sith. It's not the Sith. It's not the Jedi. So, I mean, it's just how it goes. There hasn't been one that you've ever liked.
The Mandalorian.
I like Jango Fett.
They all die really quick.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, they are bounty hunters. It's not a long life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, Deadpool almost died super quick. and all. Yeah, I mean, bounty hunter, or well, not a bounty hunter. You know what I mean. Dan says I haven't watched Rebels though, and I haven't either.
Me either.
And that'll be one that I'm going to be picking up once I get the Disney Plus stuff. So I'm going to be interested to see if the Disney Plus has different profiles, which would be cool. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll be picking that up. I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Days for sure. Yes. What else do we got? Speaking of streaming stuff, Orange is the New Black, as we know, is ended soon. And they have discussed Lionsgate TV that they're...
spin-offs.
Yes, we're looking at some spin-offs. So if you guys did not get enough of that show, I hope it has nothing to do with the old characters except maybe some weird little pop-ups and blurbs.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, like, oh, these two are in a gang together. But let's find out about these people. Not, we need more about Piper and her lonely, shitty life. So, yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool, and I know it would make a lot of people happy. But that's a quick one. Then another quick one. Overlord. Not the manga or the anime. This is a new movie that's actually coming out tomorrow that I have seen no trailers for, like, what so freaking ever until today.
Seen trailers.
So I don't know where they've been personally, because I am all over the place. It's probably because I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't see trailers as much anymore. But yeah, nothing on Facebook, anywhere. Like, I randomly saw it in a banner on something because what was I searching? I was searching something for Zelda. I think it was on IGN maybe. Mm-hmm. And it was like a random single banner. I was like, what the hell is this? This looks interesting. And it's a World War II like horror movie. So I think it looks exciting. I want to go see it. I showed it to Hannah, and she looks excited, so I will probably go check that out this weekend. So check it out. Daniel says he's seen some stuff during TWD.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Only because we catch up between commercials when we watch it live. That makes sense. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to go see it. There's not enough war movies, honestly, aside from the horrors of war.
Is that a porn?
The horrors of war. What is that?
The horrors of war.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Yeah, so I'm excited for this one. But last bit of SlickTube. Were you a fan of Johnny Quest growing up?
No.
Not really?
I know what it is, but
yeah.
I was busy watching other things.
So my dad introduced me to Johnny Quest, and I watched a ton of it with him, especially like Saturday morning cartoons when they used to play the old good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Cartoon Network when they used to do like the classic reruns, which is what Boomerang used to be as well, until that just turned into another
streaming service
bullshit channel. No, Boomerang's still one of their channels, I think.
No, is it?
But it just plays more of the same crap. It's like MTV. It's like, here, let's just do this shitty block framing for all cartoons now. We don't need to put any effort into anything.
Right.
Anyways. Yeah, so we're going to be getting a Johnny Quest live action movie. Which seems weird to me. So Johnny Quest is the boy adventurer. It's what the Venture Brothers is based off of.
It's gonna be real racist.
Yeah. And I even stuck that in the notes because if you haven't watched Johnny Quest, it is a cartoon of stereotypes, which is why it's probably not really on the air anymore. Dude, the white people are even stereotypical. Everything about that is a stereotype. It's intense. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that, because Johnny Quest is all about the adventuring, right? Mm. So we'd go to the South African or South American countries and deal with those tribes, and the tribes were always going like, everyone looks like savages. Wherever you go in the freaking world that isn't America, savages. Barely even human. So it'll be interesting the take that they would try to take on this. The interesting thing about this live action is that it has essentially been in the works since the mid-1990s. So this has been an up and down, back and forth, write the script, start production, fall backwards.
So it's like The Crow.
Yeah. It freaking exactly. It is just like The Crow. So it's just one of those things we don't know the history of this. But currently, Chris McKay, or McCleary? Who directed the Lego Batman movie, is going to be one taking the reins for it. So we're going to see this one. Dana says, which is when 60 cartoons movies were coming out. Yeah, that's true. So, I don't know. I would be excited to see this, but I don't know the take they're going to pull on it, because it really was. That was a cartoon of heavy stereotypes. Like, something mad. Holy scheisse. So we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. Hopefully something good. Hopefully something not terribly offensive. Because they have decided to do a cartoon like that in a era where everyone is butthurt about everything. Not to take away anyone's legitimacies about their feelings or how they are about this stuff, but we're living in an era where there are so many things to be butthurt about, and everyone is butthurt about something.
Yep.
So, I mean, and I'm no exception. I was just bitching about Trump like 30 minutes ago. So, it's going to be a real interesting one.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving forward into the craft brew.
In review.
So, we have been drinking Cowboy Can.
No.
What are we drinking?
Colorado boy.
Colorado boy. Give me your beer thingy, boy. Come on now.
Real racist.
Boy ain't racist. That's assuming your gender. Wait, gender's not race now, is it? Oh, that would really fuck with me. I just have to give up. Like, okay, you can do your thing, but I don't know how to comment towards you.
Colorado, you can actually, instead of like your driver's license, you can actually choose gender X.
Yes, non-binary is going to be a new option.
Just like, what? I was just like, cool. That's gonna be.
That's gonna be really weird. Okay,
it's like,
I don't normally try to tread on this ground, but I can say one thing: when it comes to what the police have to identify the body as when you're burnt to a crisp, or what the doctors have to give you as far as treatment goes, it's male or female, or man or boy. I'm sorry, I'm not really up on the terms, and I don't want to insult anyone. Those are the only terms I care about. Everything else, that's up to you, and I have absolutely no right to tell you who you feel like you are. I want to clarify that. But when the cops are identifying your burnt-ass body, that you look like a cooked pig...
Is it going to actually be called, like, Gender X?
I don't
that'd
know.
be kind of cool.
I really don't know.
Because I was like, here you go, officer. Gender X, hey.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah,
yep.
You don't define me.
Yep. But that'll be the big part for me. That's all that matters to me is the medical stuff. Is that if they find your body in the woods, they need to know certain chromosomes and stuff to look for. I think that's going to be really big and important. So I
could probably identify you through like your dental records and stuff.
Well, I know. It's just there's simple basic things that I think are going to be really helpful. So this one's weird for me. I'm not going to say no because I think
it's pretty cool, but it will be like odd to see it on a license.
It will. It's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's more for like police officers, so they don't end up offending anyone. Which, in all honesty, it's a cop's job to do his job. Not really. It doesn't matter who he's fucking offending. Just as long as he's not being abusive, verbally or physically unnecessarily. Yeah, I mean, but I guarantee you, if you run from the cop, he should have the right to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, in the military, there were plenty of times it's like, "What's your religion?" I picked like Roman Catholic because you get like, if you die in combat, you get like the rights of a Roman Catholic, where your body gets sent back home and yada yada. but the Jedi was an option. You know, on my dog tags would be my name, my social, and then
Jedi.
my religion, Jedi.
Now here's the
And
thing.
it's like,
what is the funeral rites of a Jedi? Is it the bonfire?
You get burned.
But there's only like 3 places in all the U.S. I think they're allowed to do that.
One of them is in Colorado.
I know, and that's how I want to go out. Well, I want to be dead. I don't want to be burned at the stake.
A funeral pyre.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, wow, that's amazing.
Right? So cool. So, yeah. I mean, don't worry. Super cool that people are going to have that option, but still super weird. And if you have a solid opinion on it and you would like to discuss it with me, I welcome you to do. Just not on Slick, please. Message me privately. That's where that belongs.
I don't know. It'll be weird, but kind of cool to see. I was just like, am I in it? Are you an X-Man or an X-woman?
Generation X. That's awesome. I mean, it is cool. I really do like that they're giving the available option. So
yeah, and then like, voting time is over, but if you voted red or blue or other, thank you for voting.
Yes.
Be a part of history and not just an observer. Oh, yeah. And
if you didn't vote,
33 states have
vote
now
next time.
Approved of weed now?
Yes.
I'm just like, whoa.
Be it recreational or medical.
That's more than half. If I know my math correct.
Yeah.
Out of the 50 states, 33 is definitely more than 25.
Yes. And Colorado elected the first gay governor.
Openly gay.
Openly gay governor. And
you
Massachusetts elected the first Muslim congresswoman. And she is, a Muslim female congresswoman. Like, talk about progressive. That's awesome. So, yeah, a lot of people got out and voted, which is fantastic. Yeah. So, I haven't looked at the numbers, but it seems that while he is pissing a lot of people off, he is getting people involved. And Trump seems to have made a lot of people vote. So, and I think
it's just for the fact that he is so out there and so outspoken that people are just like, oh, pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's a horse loose in a hospital.
Oh, Daniel says there are actually 2 Muslim women voted this year. I didn't hear about that. I only heard about the one in Massachusetts. Or, sorry, Wisconsin? I don't know what I said anymore. So, I just think that's super awesome. Yeah, so, and honestly, it's pretty even in the House and Senate right now, which is really cool. Yeah, it's just the matter. It's super cool that a lot of this stuff. Oh, something else that was cool is that Maine is going to be doing a new ballot system for the term elections.
Are they calling it the Hunger Games?
That'd be awesome. So what they're doing is they're doing a ballot of, they're going to have all of the people who are going for voting, congresswomen, presidential stuff, and their ballot's going to be a best to worst. So if a lot of people, aka, downvote someone, and it shows so negatively and so much negative impact, that's going to have a vocal opinion on that. So even if someone ends up with a lot of votes, but like the other half put them as a 4, instead of a 1, it's gonna say a lot, and you're really gonna be a lot of definitive things.
You mean like
cool.
Diablo Immortal?
Yes. Yes.
I've never heard anyone any developer get booed out on stage,
especially a Blizzard developer. That's mind-boggling. BlizzCon, they dropped Diablo Immortal, which is a mobile version of Diablo. To
PC gamers.
Yes, to PC gamers.
It was a weird move by Blizzard. Like, I can understand why people are mad, but that's not what you end BlizzCon on.
No.
I'm just like...
No, it is not.
It's like, do you guys not have phones? That was a meme.
Everyone's waiting for Diablo 4, and you give us a fucking mobile version.
Yeah. Where it's just like, I can't wait to see how this is monetized. Because, at the end of the day, like Blizzard and Activision Blizzard, it is a company.
Mm-hmm.
and the company wants to please their shareholders, and mobile games can do that.
Yes, this is true. So, anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, we talked about the beer.
Election.
Voting was awesome. Oh, that's what it was. Daniel says, I know in some areas, like in Texas, where a lot of my old friends are, early voting was up a ton, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Ain't nobody got time to wait in line.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So.
Mailing in your vote is pretty awesome, too.
I wanted my sticker, because that's me, but I still filled out my mail-in vote, and I just went to drop it off, because I know they'd hand out stickers. I'll want my sticker. So, yeah. But awesome stuff, and we really appreciate everyone that went out there and voted, and made your opinions matter. Because if you're bitching, and or if you're complaining, and you're constantly blasting, but you're not voting, you're just bitching.
You're just an observer.
You're just an observer. You serve no purpose in our populace. So vote. Because otherwise, all your bitching and complaining it's nothing.
Otherwise,
it is absolutely nothing.
Otherwise, Kat Davis retains her seat, but she didn't.
Yep. So get out there, make it matter. Anyways, guys. The beer. The beer. So we have been drinking Cowboy Can from I forgot again. Colorado Boy. Cowboy Can Fresh Pour from Colorado Boy. Okay.
Yeah, it's very samey in the name.
So this beer is
malty, just a little bit.
It is malty. It is full.
Smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. Very light, woody flavors. It's very strong on the palate, but I don't feel it so much in my nasal cavity. So it's very much of a mouthfeel scenario. It's not as effervescent. But it is extremely flavorful, very tasty. I thoroughly enjoy this beer. I really do.
I enjoy this beer too, but I think I've enjoyed it more with like a pairing of cheese with this.
Yes, and not just like Uncle Blee's cheese downstairs.
Yeah.
Just bring the cheddar up.
Yeah.
Eat all the cheddar. This is great with this beer. Yeah, no, absolutely delicious. It's a 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll say that too. It's a very drinkable porter.
Very, very much so. And porters are easy to like and easy to hate. For me,
because you can get it wrong so easily. It's like there's just here's what a porter should be, and then people are trying to hipsterify it.
Fucking hipsters. So absolutely delicious.
Oh,
if you guys are wondering why we score our beers, that's because we post them on Untappd. UNTAPPD. That's where you can post your beers that you have been drinking, and share your thoughts with others.
And cheers, people, and keep track of all the beers that you drink. As we're up to 100. We're probably close to being like 4.
Yeah, close to 4. We're pushing 4 because there was a time that we weren't posting. But yeah, no, this. Get on there, man. Especially if you try a lot of craft beers like we do. It's easy to overlap. So easy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a great way to just check out, see what you want, find out where stuff is being served.
And Daniel says at least at E3 Bethesda, Elder Scrolls Mobile, and they announced Elder Scrolls 4. So, I'm just like...
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think... Fallout 76, I don't think it's going to do well. I honestly...
Right, check out the beer. At Slicker Radio and at J Pilsatron.
Yep.
And Shellshock Cosplay. Follow us on there. But yes. So
76 is not going to do well against Red Dead Online.
No. Red Dead it has such a massive following now at this point. People have been waiting it for so long, and
Bethesda
Rockstar did not fall out on. They did not fail on this one.
Yeah, it's gonna be real difficult for them because like Bethesda games are like we know Bethesda game buggy as all hell, and it's acceptable. They're like the only gaming company that can do that.
Yep.
But now you involve multiplayer, their first like iteration, because Elder Scrolls Online was done not by Bethesda. They produced it, but it was an outside company that made it for them. So I'm just like, oh man. And I've seen my buddies playing it, and it's been real jank for them sometimes.
Daniel says a lot of people he follow who play the demo 76 aren't liking it much.
Yeah, because it's far removed from what people who play Elder Scrolls or Fallout is.
Yeah, Davis is the only.
It's weird that there's no NPCs. Yeah, it's like, what story am I gonna make with your friends?
Daniel says the only thing that will pull people away from Red Dead Redemption 2 is Smash Brothers, and honestly, that's not going to pull that many people.
I'm not that interested in Smash.
You know how many people have one of these? Not as many as people who have the availability to play Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I would say like.
Though I do love this thing.
Except for the fact when it like slips out of your hand in bed and almost like cracks you in the face.
What do you mean almost? It did. It hit me in the nose. It hurt.
It's
so heavy.
I get scared when I do that with my phone, and I was like, oh no, and like my butthole clenches, like I start tearing up because it hit me right in the nose.
Always. It hurts so bad.
I can't imagine that with like a Switch.
Oh, it's unpleasant. It hit me right there in the bridge.
On the bridge. You're like,
yeah. So
I pooped myself a little bit.
Hey. Okay, glad I wore underwear to bed.
Hello, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. So, yeah, I don't know. I want him to do well, but yeah, I agree with JP. I don't think 76 is going to really draw what they want. Did you just say there's no NPCs?
Yeah, there's no NPCs.
At all?
There's no, like, human NPCs. There are monsters to hunt and chase. There's not even, like, a kind of like a big hub. It's always, like, interaction with other people. So it's just like
interesting.
I was like, I don't know about this. You can trade or you can kill the other person. And it's like, chances are you're gonna die.
Yep. Daniel says he plays the Switch on the TV 99% of the time.
Do you have the Pro controller? How are you liking that?
Yeah, I have been pretty evenly between playing Assassin's Creed on my PlayStation. I've been playing, Blops Call of Duty on my PlayStation. I have been playing Zelda on my Switch, and I've been playing Overwatch on my PC, and I switch to Doom every once in a while. So I am between all of my systems.
Eventually, you'll finish it.
Yes. So, I mean, a lot of it really depends on the availability, of the consoles and the systems you want, but the Switch for me was one of those things I wanted, like I really wanted, but it came down to the fact that it was $350, which that's a good chunk of change. Not everyone can go drop that. Not everyone has multiple systems. I'm very fortunate, with the group of friends I have, because everyone joins up and we all buy each other big group gifts, which is badass, and I highly advise everyone fucking do that. But that's why I was able to get it when I did. It's an expensive option, and it is very much not a necessity. So, I don't know.
He also got a box of Depends.
I did! I got diapers, because JP thinks I'm old. So, anyways. So, yeah. Like I said, I hope it does well. I don't think it will, but I hope it does well. I don't know how I'm going to check it out. Daniel says, also speaking of prices of stuff, Black Friday ads are out. I just saw the first mail pamphlet come in the mail today. So I haven't looked online yet. I'm excited because I want an impact wrench.
I don't know what the difference is between those two.
What? Impact and regular?
Yeah.
It's just, it spools up and then hits. Spools up and hits. So instead of like a constant torquing drive, you have in.
Oh, okay.
So, yes. It's a lot stronger for pulling off like stuck bolts. Yes. So like if you're driving a shit ton of screws, you totally want an impact wrench.
FYI, if you're trying to build up your toolkit, Father's Day and Black Friday is like your best bet to build up like any tools that you want. It's just like, oh yeah, look, people don't think about Father's Day. It's like there are a lot of tools for cheap on Father's Day and Black Friday. So
Daniel says the best bundle he's seen, the PS4 Slim with Spider-Man for $200. Damn.
Hopefully it works.
I'm assuming it's not the Spider-Man bundle.
Probably not.
I'm assuming it's just like a standard Slim.
But it's a Slim though. It's like why not the Pro?
Well, that's probably because they still want to sell the Pro for $400 minimum. So it's still cool though. Because the Slim has 4K, right? I think.
So
no, it doesn't.
Sherry said,
why is Christmas decor already out? We haven't decided not to celebrate Thanksgiving anymore?
No, before that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Those depends should show, JP.
Yeah, I agree. Christmas decor should not be out. There was a bigger Christmas aisle at Home Depot before Halloween even freaking happened. It's very unsettling.
Yeah, it's very weird.
So sad. Sad. So, but yes, Black Friday stuff. Check it out. It's coming out. Cool stuff.
Wait for Cyber Monday.
I was going to say, wait for Cyber Monday if you are planning on buying online, though.
I hate people.
So, way better. So, anyways, guys, you know what? After we do that, it's always the same thing. That's it for our show.
Woo!
Yeah, Danny says he hopes to pick up some tools on Black Friday. That's what I always do.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at SLYK Radio.
Have any empty space on your iPhone or Android phone and dying to fill up? Download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast. Or listen to us on Stitcher Smart Radio. New shows every Thursday.
So Like You Know is not responsible for anything ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And So Like You Know is completely weightless.
Like your opinion.
We care. Wait, just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
We do this every week, guys.
This is the first time I fucked it up.
Bye, guys.
We love you. Have a fantastic week. We will see you next week. And make sure you follow us on our Facebook page. But like, love, do stuff with this post because it makes us look better. We love you. Come on. Come on.